Hi, my name is John Anastasio Jr., and I'm a journeyman lineman for Western Massachusetts Electric Company, IBEW Local 455. Been a lineman been in the trade for 8 years, and been a journeyman for 4 years. Um, Probably couldn't see myself doing any other job in the world, um, but there is a price to pay for being a journeyman lineman. Um, Everybody these days looks at it about the money. Those linemen, they get paid so much and they go out of town and, go to fancy dinners and all that. But the fact is, if you're going to get into this trade for the money, you're not going to make it, because there's a lot more behind it than just the money. But unfortunately, that's what everybody sees. Um, just last year, I missed my daughter's first Christmas. We were out of town on a ice storm up in Maine, and I'm sure my wife could tell you there's many other things that I've missed between with her or just with my daughter, anything like that. Um, and yeah, the money is good, but you're working for it. You're out there in the weather. It's 0 degrees, you're working. It's windy, you're working. It's raining, you're working. It's snowing, you're working. It's hot, you're working. That's the worst weather. That's when the storms hit, and that's when you got to work in the worst conditions. But some people just see you drive by in a bucket truck and just say, "Oh, that's all those guys do." But there's a lot more to it. I mean, just on a normal day, you figure just a normal 8 hour day, which is rare, but there's a lot of things just in that 8 hour day, first thing in the morning, that when you get up in the primary or in the secondary, or whatever you're doing, there's a lot of things that can go wrong. And unfortunately, I've witnessed, other employees that I've worked with and brothers that have been affected by electricity in some not so good ways. And unfortunately, they've lost limbs and stuff like that. And you know, it gets to you. It'll make you take a step back and just look at what you're doing and make sure you're safe. Obviously safety is above everything else, no matter what. And that's the bottom line. It's your personal safety, because you got to come home every night. You have a family to support, or whatever you have at home. If you live by yourself, there's still somebody there. You know, it doesn't matter. You always want to come home the same way that you went to work. That's the way you want to come home. Everybody used to tell me you can know a good lineman after he's been in the trade for 30 years if he's still got 10 fingers and 10 toes. And I just laughed it off. Those guys were right. In terms of the apprenticeship programs, most of them are 7,000 hours, or between 4 and 5 years. That's what most of them are. And these lineman schools that everybody's going to, they're great. But when you get out of that lineman school and you go to work, you're still an apprentice. You're going to be that guy that's putting the cones out and the wheel chalks out and all that type of stuff. And hopefully everybody can get into a good apprenticeship program. IBW or something along that lines. I understand. You know, when you start out as an apprentice, it's not always fun. You're that guy that everybody picks on, or you're always getting yelled at every day, it seems like. But that journeyman's telling you to put that cone there or that wheel chalk out for a reason, so that when it does come time for you to go up in the air with him, and he's training you, he's going to tell you to put a wire, or close a fuse, or whatever the case might be. He's going to tell you that for a reason, just like he's telling you to put that cone there or that chalk out, because he wants you to go home just like you showed up at work that day. And it's a dangerous job. There's not really any other way to put it. It's a dangerous job. But it's a good job, and it's a job that you can do safely every day if you pay attention, and you're 100% there every day. There's no days off. You can't just show up today and say, I don't feel like doing nothing today, for whatever reason. unfortunately, this isn't the type of job where you can do that. It's got to be 100% every day. And just like to wish everybody luck that tries to get into the trade. It's not for everyone, but good luck.